And the biggest problem I have with ETFs, and we don't invest in ETFs, but conceptually, I have a hard time wrapping my head around it. A mutual fund makes sense to me, right? Because you have a big pot of money. People are putting their money into that mutual fund. That fund manager is then going in and buying stocks or selling stocks based off what is needed with that pot of money. With an ETF, I have a hard time, again, conceptualizing it because how do the funds get in there? And then it trades all throughout the day based off other, stocks within the ETF. I'm like, where does the money come from? And then where does it go? I mean, the dynamics of an ETF to me, they kind of boggle my mind. I don't know how it ultimately works when you actually fundamentally think about it. A mutual fund makes sense. An ETF, a lot of times I'm like, how does it work?
And one thing that does happen is that you could be overpaying for an ETF because the value of the securities are less than what you actually paid for, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You could have a discount, kind of like the old closed-end mutual funds they used to have. So it is a strange situation that it causes problems, and I'm shocked
Because
on this.
the issue is, again, you're buying something that is moving second to second, so that's going to be operated based off of the supply and demand of that ETF. But as you said, it's based off the securities that are within that ETF that are also being bought and sold throughout the day. So there could be potentially a difference, I guess, between the ETF price and the stocks within the ETF. I mean, it's a complicated thing. So I always tell people, I'm like, I don't know, ETFs kind of scare me sometimes because have they truly been tested through like a 2008, 2009 in terms of the mass amount of active ETFs? The passive ones made it through the 2008, 2009 crisis, but how will the active ones do in a difficult time period? I'm not sure.
Yep.